Hello everyone and welcome to a new series I'm doing, KeeperRL. It seems as though my channel, as far as roguelikes goes, or things of that nature, people actually enjoy them. And it's one of the things that I'm very much interested in because I love roguelikes. I love things that are like roguelikes. I do really like Dwarf Fortress, though I will be honest, it's really hard for me to get into because once I get like to day 10 or whatnot and I've already built everything of my castle and everything gets destroyed, it's just really frustrating to have to try and start that over and over and over again. That plus the way that the graphics works, I don't quite know. However, this is KeeperRL. Now with KeeperRL, it's a little bit of a take on the whole Dwarf Fortress situation, as well as a roguelike, and they have a bit of a campaign that they just announced here. So it begins with, "So Warlock, you were dabbling in the dark arts, the dank arts, a tad I see. Welcome to the Valley of Avantasia." Wow, I should change the name there. "Where you'll have to do what you can to keep yourself together." Get it? Because it's KeeperRL, that's funny. "Build rooms, storage units, and workshops to endorse your minions. The only way to go forward in this world is to destroy the ones who oppose you. Use the mouse to dig into the mountain. You can select rectangular areas using the shift key. You will need access to trees, iron, stone, and gold ore. Build rooms and traps and prepare for war. You can control a minion at any time by clicking on them in the Minions tab or on the map. You can turn these messages off by pressing F2. So, to start the game off, we'll pause. I guess WASD, you can't... That's unfortunate. Hold on a second. On. Alright, cool. So WASD, we can now, you know, scroll around, which makes things a lot easier. So, what you first want to do, it's a lot like Dwarf Fortress. The differences between this and Dwarf Fortress is that, number one, this one, as you can see, is a bit prettier. But at the same time... What did I just do here? I don't know. But at the same time, it's not obviously as deep, because that game is quite deep. So if I give them the order to cut all these trees, then these minions here will work to cut the trees. And this right here, this keeper, that's me. So, we'll also build ourselves a little bit of a crevasse here. And you can play on normal, fast, or super fast speed here. I'm just going to do normal for now. Let's build in the mountain just like this. And it's much like Dwarf Fortress in the way of you want to build into a mountain to protect what you have, as well as, you know, help your guys out with defenses there. So as those are going down, you also get to make different minions. So for instance, right now, oh, sorry, that's the map. That's something I'll talk about a little bit later. For instance, right now, we can, and this is the recruit situation. We can recruit this guy. Let's pause the game while I talk about this. We can recruit this guy, but it requires 2 iron training dummies, which we don't have, and requires 1 beast cage, which I don't have. You can right-click to dismiss it, so that another recruit might come to you. Also an imp, they're level 1, and they only cost 20 mana. And the next one will cost 22, and then 26, and then 30, and then 34. And there you go. Now we have a bunch more minions. The good thing about minions is, if you see here, we have 1 out of 10 minions. The imps don't count as minions. So they're basically your workforce that you use mana to gain, and you don't have to pay for them as far as a minion slot goes. For instance, this goblin right here would take a minion slot. So, what we'll do from here is we'll branch out a bit. We'll give them some orders to dig some more. So dig this way, dig this way. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. And let's do that. Let's dig this way a little bit, and we'll do that. And let's watch our minions get to work here. Ain't they cute? Just doing what they're doing. Oh, we found some water over here. I think water is very useful for us, if I remember correctly. It doesn't really do much for us. Yeah, okay, there we go. So they have that all set up. We're going to make this room a bit bigger. We're not going to make this room bigger because we really can't. So what we can do is we can do a fill up tunnel and fill that spot back up. Oh wait, or just maybe it's reinforced wall and do that. Nope, okay, we're not doing that at all. That's cool with me, whatever. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is you want to designate rooms. So let's let these guys finish that. And how we designate rooms is like, for instance, a library. A library takes 80 wood per square. Well, let's make this room a library. So that's going to take, if you look down here, we don't have any wood because we don't have a storage space. So, you know, it doesn't really say that we have... Oh my goodness. Nope, that's not right. Sorry. We're going to go ahead and cancel that. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to put down either stone or wood in the very beginning floors. I would do wood. What that does is if you look in the bottom right, it says wooden floor +2 efficiency to surrounding tiles. So what that means is everything in this room will have a +2 efficiency to it. And the efficiency obviously is you know, how well everything runs. So we'll build some wood situations right here. And now we have -2210, so -2,210. The reason why is because we haven't put a storage. So we'll put a resource storage back here. And there we go. So now the imps will all go out. They'll grab all this wood. They'll start making the wooden floors, and then they'll put the rest of the wood here in the storage. So as you can see, we will actually probably have a bit of wood left over, I imagine, because each pile of here is like, well, it doesn't really say, I suppose. Alright, so we have a goblin. It requires 1 forge or workshop or jeweler and 1 bed. And a harpy requires 1 wooden training dummy and 1 ranged weapon and 1 bed. Well, beds are where people sleep, so I can understand the need for some people to have some beds. We will, we'll build this like this. And we'll get 6 beds. That'll be nice for a workforce of 6. And installations, right now we can't build a door? Oh, it requires crafting. Okay, so that's another aspect that I wanted to get into. Is, over here on the left-hand side, you have different tabs, and on this tab you have sorcery, or you have the library. The library will allow you to research, and the sorcery will allow you to learn new spells. So we will do all of that, and there are torches. Torches actually don't cost anything, which is surprising to me. But it does light up areas, and your minions do like lit up areas. So we'll put some torches down. Alright, and what other things do we have here? So we have another goblin, so we need a forge or workshop or jeweler. Do we have any of those? We have, no, not for the moment. However, we do have libraries we can build, so I like to space these out. I don't know if it's necessary to space them out, but, you know, I just do it anyway. Just so that people can walk in between them. And we'll see if we can build those. Why can't we build those? Oh, we need more wood. Okay, so dig or cut trees. We will cut down more trees over here. And we'll probably end up digging out some areas as well. You do have to be careful with your imps, because aside from just your structure here, there may be other hostile environments and stuff like that end up coming around. Oh, there's more wood area that needs to be built there, that's why. So there may be like some hostiles, like a bear or something, stalking the woods, and your imps will get utterly destroyed. They're not good fighters at all. They're only good for working, which is why they only cost mana and really not much else. So they're taking the wood, they're placing it there. I do believe they're going to start building this library soon. Ah, they're going to do the beds first. That's okay. We do need beds. and a wooden training dummy and a ranged weapon. We have training rooms. We can do a wooden dummy for sure. So this might be our training room right here. There, now we have a lot of wooden training dummies. And this guy, this orc shaman, it only needs a library and a bed. So we built a library, we have a bed. So let's get the orc shaman over here. And what he will do is he will help with the library. Now what the library does is it allows you to get more mana, as well as it allows you to do research. So if we click on the library, we can do alchemy at 80 mana, crafting at 40 mana. The first thing that you usually want to do is crafting, to be honest. You know, because you need weapons for your minions. Makes sense to me. Let's do another orc shaman. Increase the rate at which we get some technology here. So we're getting, there's our mana right there. We have 44 mana now. There should be a... There should be a way to see how much mana we're getting per minute, but I guess that's not the case. Alright, so now that we have enough mana, let's go to the library, make a crafting station, and we have research crafting. So now what we can do, or not a crafting station, sorry, the crafting situation. So now we can build doors, which will close off different areas here, which will be quite good. And then we can also build, well, treasure chests are nice. They store gold, actually. So we'll build a couple here. Alright, let's get another orc shaman here. And we need one forge, so manufactories. We have a workshop. We can build a workshop. So we'll build a workshop right here. We'll build a few. You know, just like I'm kind of doing with everything else. And by a few, I obviously mean 12. If you don't think 12 is a few, well then you're wrong. What I do like is down here in the counters, it'll tell you how much stuff you have left over after your pending things are done being built. For instance, if we want, so we have 432. Let's say, hey, I want you to build right here and right here. Now it says 412 right here and right here, right here, and right here, and all of this. Now it says we'll have 322 once that is all over. That allows you to plan things, pause the game, plan it, and if you don't like the resources you'll have when it's done, then you can change it up a bit. So I do like to get orc shamans here in the very beginning, just to do a lot of research and see what they can do in the library. So we'll get that going. Okay, and now that all that's done, let's go ahead and try and cut more trees. Because we might as well put all of our minions to work, right? Like, they shouldn't ever be doing nothing, I imagine. And then we'll have them cut out some more areas here for some more rooms. Sometimes I do like to make 2 spaces in between so people can walk through a little bit better, but then you can't really have a lot of space for people. Ah, here's a goblin. Let's make a goblin. Now, what goblins do is they use the workshops and they make stuff for you. So if you click the workshop, you can say, okay, I want a leather armor, costs 100 wood, because that makes sense, leather helm, a pair of boots, pair of gloves, and a club. And so they'll produce one of each of those. Well, what we have here is we have a storage for resources, but we don't quite yet have a storage for equipment. So we can actually put, oh my gosh, I forgot shift. We can put a storage for equipment right here. So every time a goblin is done making something, they'll come over here. So and put it to use. So morale affects minion productivity and chances of fleeing from battle. You need weapons for your minions for better morale. We'll get another goblin here, and now you see that we have 7 out of 10 minions. So it does get to the point where the minions that we have will reach the population cap, and the way that we change the population cap is we kill enemies and we do things like that. So Alright, so now the goblins are producing leather situations that I've asked them to produce. We can... It's auto-saving, so it might take just a minute here. The auto-saving is exceptionally slow, actually. Let's take a look here. Alright, we've been playing for 15 minutes, that's not bad. So we're about halfway through with this first look here. So what I want to do next is we can do sorcery, geology, which discovers precious ores in the earth. That's actually pretty important. So now what we have here is we have some places in the earth where we know there are ore, which is really good because we need that stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, minions. Hey, minions, come dig over here. And hey, minions, I would love it if you dug right here too, maybe. And then the minions will go and dig. And then, hey, minions, just take this whole thing out. And there you go. I will actually, hold on. Orders, remove construction. I will make it so these rooms don't get attached. I think that would be bad business. Oh, constructions. Alright, whatever. I guess we can do cut a tree and then, like, unselect it? Nope, that didn't unselect it. Unselect it. That does not unselect. So, cool. A goblin produces a club. Good job, goblin. A+. Alright, so let's get some more installation. Let's get some more torches in here. And the torches allow people to see, and it allows people to work more productively. In fact, if you don't build torches, the game has a little orange icon that says, hey, you should build torches, dummy. So, you know, it wants you to build torches. And since they don't cost anything, the only thing that it takes is time. You know, the most valuable resource we have on Earth. But whatever. Also, your things level up, so our goblin just reached level 3 here. So one thing that I like about this game, so let's do this. Let's take a goblin, we'll take a shaman, and we'll go ahead and control him. Boom. So now the game pauses, and we are in control of shaman here. So every time we move, he moves. And we can see the other guys doing whatever they do. And we get the ability to do a bunch of other things here. So commands, we can fire ranged weapon, wait, travel, chat, hide, drop everything, message history, leave minion, or switch control. Switch control to a different minion, that is. And then, so we'll leave the minion. That means that he now, you know, has his free will back. So he's probably happy about that. I know I wouldn't really like to be controlled, honestly. It's not my cup of tea. Now, we've kind of made ourselves a little bit of a, hey, come into our territory situation over here. And unfortunately, so far, there isn't a way to, like, rebuild walls. So once walls are finished, you can't really rebuild them, because the structure, a fill-up tunnel is fill up one tile at a time, cutting off an area is not allowed, and reinforced wall is reinforced wall, plus 4 efficiencies to surrounding tiles. So, yeah, I mean, there's not much to do there. We will reinforce these walls, though, because we do want more efficient. More efficient libraries. Did it actually work? I don't even know, honestly. Alright, so over here on the right side, you also have how much stuff these things would cost. So to do a demon shrine, it would cost 60 mana. Demon shrines are really good. They allow you to have demons. Beast cages are good. Allows you to have beasts. Graveyards are good because they allow you to have undead. So you can see kind of a little bit of a... what's the word? A little bit of a pattern here. So let's first do a demon shrine. We're going to put, you know, a couple of demon shrines in here. I think this might be our satanic worship area. So we'll just put 2 for now because that's all we can afford. Perfect. And now we have 2 demon shrines. We will also build more doors because we don't have all the doors here. So build a door here. Oh no, I don't need a door there. Ah, crap! I screwed up. Oh well. All right, and then let's see if we can do a double door here. Nah, you can't do double doors. That's unfortunate. Can you do like a barricade, a bridge? Build a pass over water or lava. We can actually, let's see if we can do this. Let's barricade this entire area out here. And then that way, that'll be closed off to enemies and they can't enter our situation like that. We'll build another door there. An eyeball will allow you to make the area viewable. A statue will increase your population limit by 1. And a whipping post is a place to whip your minions if they need a morale boost. So that's how we do it here. You know, it's really a good way to do things. A board where you can leave a message for other players. That's interesting. Actually, I'm not sure about the whole other player enactment thing here, but that's kind of cool. All right, so we have almost 100 mana. Let's go back to our. Let's pause the game and go back to our library. What else can we do? We can do alchemy, which we can build basic potions, traps, which we can produce traps, archery, produce bows and arrows, and sorcery, learn basic spells. We'll go ahead and do archery for now. And we'll go over to this area and say, hey, I also want short bow and lots of arrows. You know what? Make it 4 short bows. And also, let's build some more of that stuff and a couple of first aid kits for sure. So now our goblins are going to be hard at work here. Our shaman's tired. He's sleeping. Requires 1 more bed. Ah, we don't have enough beds for people anymore, so let's get that going. Bed. And now, the thing that I like about this game is, because I like optimization, pretty much. It allows you to have stuff diagonally from one another, and your units can move diagonally. So this whole room will be beds, and, you know, it's pretty much full of beds. So that's pretty cool. And now we have enough to bring some more goblins in, or some more shamans. We're going to go ahead and dismiss those because we want different things. All right, so let's dig some more. Let's get some more out of here. So here we go. Here's our first fighter. He's an orc. He's level 5. We'll bring him in. So an orc joins our forces. And before this video ends, I would like to show you guys one fight. But we'll see if we can get the necessary people here to do that. So what does the orc come equipped with, I wonder? Let's take a look at him. He has unarmed attack here. So he doesn't have anything. He has no equipment. So what we'll want him to do is say, hey, control, and then have commands. And we'll have him go over here. There's just arrows there, and arrows there. Where's like the clubs and stuff? I guess other people took them, huh? Okay, so we'll go ahead and leave the minion and be on our merry way here. So we probably need to build. This is in production. Okay, so they are still building that stuff. These minions are doing Nothing. We can banish them. There's really not much that the imps are really, you know, necessarily good for once you have everything kind of built. I mean, you can scout the area. You can always, you know, make sure that there are more trees taken care of and everything else. So we'll just do that, see what happens. And they'll just come in here and they'll put the resources in this room as well. So, hey, there seems to be a bridge right here. That's interesting. It might be close to a neighbor of some sort. It'd be interesting to see what's going on down there. But yeah, we're clearing out a lot of trees here. But we do have a lot of wood. We have 5,461 wood at this time. So that's a lot. That's a lot. We will actually take more goblins because we need to produce stuff a little bit more quickly. Because we have a lot of stuff in production here. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there. Now we're using a lot of the wood that we have to make a lot of weapons and armor for our force, our military force of minions. And it's auto-saving, which takes some time. And as soon as it's done auto-saving, I'll actually go ahead and end this video. So this has been a little bit of a let's look at when it comes to KeeperRL. There's a lot more stuff going on with the game, so please tune in to the next episode if you want to see how combat works. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.